are going to the dance.
Barnhart, she's got her first bucket of the game. Williams with a steal, and Williams with a bucket. And jumping right through on the Euro step, Delissa Jackson. Block shot, Constantinidu. Oh man, it's your world, we're living in it. Kennedy Lee, a career high. And count it. Oh, what in the Steph Curry is going on at Viejas Arena?
Hamilton rattles it home.
And what Stacey Terry Hudson is building on the Mesa is something truly special.
San Diego State, more second quarter magic for the Aztecs.
The defending Mountain West Conference champs are back and reloaded.
Calendar says February the 18th, but it always feels like March when San Diego State and UNLV get together in women's basketball. The top two teams in the Mountain West Conference showdown here tonight at Viejas Arena. Welcome to it, everybody. Chris Ello getting set for the second meeting of the year. Who knows, there may be a third down the road in the Mountain West Championship. But for now, UNLV and San Diego State looking to see who's going to win the regular season championship, a title that UNLV has won an astounding 4 consecutive seasons. If they want to stretch it to 5, though, the Rebels will probably have to win here tonight, because right now the Aztecs are 2 games up in the standings with only 5 games to play. San Diego State with a 20-win season for the 4th consecutive year and a 14-1 record in the conference, sitting on top behind head coach Stacey Terry Hudson, who has to be the odds-on favorite to be this year's Coach of the Year in the Mountain West Conference. And one of the reasons that the Aztecs have been able to get to the top is that they have found a way to beat the unbeatable UNLV, a team with 4 consecutive, as mentioned, regular season titles. They had won 3 straight Mountain West Conference tournaments until the Aztecs ousted them in the semifinals last year en route to their first conference title in 12 years. Lindy LaRocque has built a powerhouse in Las Vegas, and UNLV remarkably has won 73 of its last 80 Mountain West Conference games. Of those 7 losses, though, 3 have been administered by San Diego State. Here we go. Get rolling. A lot of star players in this game. UNLV in black controls the opening tap. This is one of the stars, Aaliyah Alexander, preseason all-conference, defended by Nala Williams. Shelby Brown, great newcomer, double-double machine, driving down the lane and lost control of it. So the Aztecs will get it. The Rebels, in the first meeting between these two teams in Las Vegas, turned the ball over an uncharacteristic 24 times. And ultimately, that probably was the difference, as San Diego State was able to win in overtime 75-66. Bailey Barnhart saw out of the corner, gives it to fellow soft Naomi Panganiban, the Aztecs' leading scorer, spinning, putting up a really difficult shot, and a foul on Aaliyah Alexander. Alexander got in foul trouble in the first meeting, picked up 2 quick fouls in the first half, and did not get to participate the rest of that first half. Alexander ended up with 18 points to lead UNLV in that game, but she didn't get to play a lot in the first half because of the foul situation. Panganiban on the free throw line, where she is a 90%er. Most of, or 85% actually. It's gone down because Naomi's missed 6 free throws in the last 3 games. She missed one here. Has to settle for a split. And a 1-0 Aztec lead. And Nala Williams picks up a foul 90 feet from the basket, trying to pressure on the end line. Not a real smart foul by Nala Williams. The Aztecs need her defense out on the floor. So it's 1-0 as Destiny Leo brings it up. Good 3-point shooter for the Rebels. Picked up by Nat Martinez, who can shoot the three in her own right for San Diego State. Leo gets it to Shelby Brown. And over it goes to Alexander, driving in there nicely, scooping it up, no good. Rebound, Kennedy Lee pulls it down, the Aztec transfer from the University of Nevada. Panganiban in the front court. They feed it over to Williams, driving on Alexander, kicking out on top. Bailey Barnhart, a deep three, and she buried it. Barnhart has been hitting from the perimeter. She is 10 of 18. From three in conference play this year. That's 56% for a post player. She's giving the Aztecs a 4-0 lead. Leo gives the ball the first touch here for Meadow Rowland, the sensational sophomore for the Rebels, and she's stopped by Barnhart. Pass ahead to Williams. Missed in on the layup, though. And Meadow Rowland, great hustle, got all the way back to get that rebound. After she had lost it at one end, Shelby Brown going to get an offensive foul here. And it's Barnhart, who is having a big impact here in the early going, that takes the charge. So just like that, Maria Elohim checks in for the Rebels. She is a really, really good three-point shooter. Elohim, transfer from Fresno State. She shoots the three at 40%. Cannot give her any room, wearing number 2 for the Rebels. Aztecs with a 4-0 lead here at the outset. Nat Martinez to Nala Williams, has some room on the drive. Can't finish, though. And the rebound to Meadow Rowland. Rowland is a rebounding machine along with a scoring machine. She's got 10 double-doubles already this season. By far most in the well, not by far. Her teammate Shelby Brown has 8 double-doubles. And here's the first hoop for the Rebels, as Jasmine Lott able to follow up her own miss and score it on the inside. Lott, a senior from Frisco, Texas, is the second leading scorer behind Rowland. Panganiban, a three, she got it. And she's going to get warned for a flop when the play is stopped, but the three is good. Lott's going to get called for a travel. Now, the official here, Chuck Gonzalez, will stop play, and he is going to warn the Aztecs for a flop by Naomi Panganiban as she went down after that three-point shot. No harm done now, but if the officials deem that somebody else flops later in the game, the Aztecs would be called for a technical foul. So it's 7-2. Panganiban over the line. Barnhart tripped out there, but still got it to Nat Martinez. Martinez doubled in the corner. Brings it outside to Barnhart. Playing with a lot of confidence. Spinning inside. Missed this time. Rebound to Rowland. That's already 3 boards for Meadow Rowland. Rowland is out of Fresno. Freshman of the year last year. Fouled by Barnhart. And Meadow Rowland was not only the freshman of the year, she was the 6th player of the year. And she's the odds-on favorite to be the league MVP this year. Meadow Rowland is doing it all for UNLV as Barnhart and Williams check out. The Aztecs have great depth, and some of that is on the floor now. Alyssa Jackson, number 3, and Kaylin Hamilton, number 12, who has been a great player off the bench for the Aztecs. Recently, Rowland's free throw off the mark. Meadow shoots it at 75%. 6'2", sophomore from Fresno, 14 points, 9 rebounds a game. And player of the week last week was Meadow Rowland. She had a 30-point game, followed up by a 27-point game. So she's been on fire of late. 7-3 as Rowland splits the free throws. Kaylin Hamilton brings it into the front court, gets it to Nat Martinez. Martinez trying to find some room against Maria Elohim. Outside, Kennedy Lee, another post player for the Aztecs who can shoot the three, but she's off the mark this time. Alexander brings it back for the Rebels. They get it around to Elohim. Elohim around a screen, gets the mid-range look. And, yeah, that's what good shooters get. About 4 bounces off the rim and in for Maria Elohim. 7-5 Aztecs. 4 minutes gone in the first quarter. Panganiban stepping back, another 3 way off. Alyssa Jackson thought she had one. Meadow Rowland denied her, and then Jackson threw it away. Meadow Rowland, along with everything else, leads the conference in block shots. Rowland going to try against Alyssa Jackson. Brings it across instead to Elohim. Elohim down the side of the lane, lost her footing. Able to get the ball to Aaliyah Alexander with 10 to shoot. Alexander against the good defense of Kaylin Hamilton. Lott's going to have to fire with 2 on the clock. No good. Good box out by Kennedy Lee, keeping Brown away from the offensive board. Panganiban brings it back for the Aztecs. Naomi picked up on the outside by a good defender, Jasmine Lott. They swing it to Nat Martinez. Martinez on the drive, gets all the way in, but was underneath the basket. Couldn't get that shot over the rim. And on the tie-up, it'll stay with the Aztecs. Alternating possession arrow belongs to San Diego State as Maria Constantinidu checks in for the San Diego State Aztecs, and her last 2 games have been easily her best of this season. Constantinidu scored 12 points in the victory here, or on the road rather, Saturday in Nevada, and Constantinidu went 6 for 6 from the field. Tristan James, a freshman, number 21, in for the Rebels. Constantinidu throws this away, and the turnover is the second by San Diego State and gives us our first media timeout. So the early nerves should be out of the way. This matchup of the top 2 teams in the Mountain West Conference is underway. 7-5 San Diego State in the early going on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
2 teams that have played each other 3 years in a row in March in the Mountain West Conference Tournament. In 2023, UNLV knocked the Aztecs out in the semifinals, 71-68. That was the year that UNLV went undefeated through the conference. The Aztecs, though, gave them a scare in that semifinal. Then in 2024, they met in the championship game. UNLV also won that game, pulling away 66-49. But last year in the semifinal, the Aztecs finally got Lindy LaRocque's team, 71-59, and then the Aztecs went on to win the title in that 3-overtime thriller against Wyoming. And, you know, there's a pretty good chance they might meet again in March in Las Vegas again. We'll see. Tristan James, front court. Jasmine Lott, good attack, hangs, hits a nice soft jumper. Nice shot by Jasmine Lott. 5'10", or 5'8" rather, senior from Frisco, Texas. She's tied the game at 7. The last 5 points to UNLV. Alyssa Jackson straight away to Panganiban. Naomi against Lott. Dribbled it right off her foot, out of bounds. So some uncharacteristic mistakes here. Both teams maybe just a tad edgy. And 3 turnovers apiece here in the first quarter. Alexander will bring it up against Hamilton. Tristan James, the freshman. Lott, again, trying to work on Panganiban. Kaylin Hamilton knocked it away. Now Elohim goes to Rowland in the post. Meadow Rowland rises and hits over Alyssa Jackson. First bucket for Meadow Rowland. She shot only 2 of 8 in the first meeting and scored 6 points. She's already got 3 here tonight. First lead for UNLV, 9-7. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Panganiban trying to shake free of Jasmine Lott, doing a good job sticking to Naomi. Over it goes to Kaylin Hamilton. Hamilton on the drive, through some traffic, couldn't quite get it there. Rebound knocked out of bounds, but last touched by the Rebels. Nala Williams back in the game for San Diego State, and we see Sydney Summers, 5'5" junior from Inglewood, check in for UNLV. Summers did not play in the first meeting She's a transfer from San Jose State, and she lit up the Aztecs at San Jose State. Had a 22-point game last year in the conference tournament against the Aztecs. So got to watch Summers now in there. Martinez out of the corner, sets up a three. Nala Williams up high for the rebound, saved it into Constantinidu, and she's fouled. Maria, we're going to say, was on the floor, did not get the ball up toward the basket. The foul is called against Tristan James. So it'll be out of bounds to the Aztecs, who have missed their last 7 shots. Williams will trigger it in, comes in to Hamilton, trapped in the paint. Gets out of it. Barnhart setting it up for Martinez. She can't shoot. Nat, about a 35-footer. That she can shoot. Martinez couldn't shoot from the three-point line, so she went about 10 feet beyond it. Three-pointer, Nat Martinez, the sophomore from San Leandro, gives the Aztecs the lead 10-9. Elohim gives it off to the freshman, Tristan James. Alexander fires a three, and she's got one at the other end. Aaliyah Alexander. Her 28th three of the year, and just like that, another lead change. UNLV 12, the Aztecs 10. Nala Williams off the mark with a three. Gets it back after the Constantinidu rebound. Hamilton rushing a shot out of the corner, coming up empty. Here's Summers, better get on her. She can fire the three, not this time, rebounded by Martinez. 2:25 to go in the first. Rebels by 2. That Martinez against Elohim. Nala Williams trying to get inside against Alexander. Flipped it up, no good. Williams got it back, shrugs off the defense of Alexander, and that was a lot of want-to that time by Nala Williams to get her first field goal after 4 misses. 12-12, 2 minutes left in the first. Summers leans over the dribble against Williams. Alexander into the post. Rowland traveled, I think, yeah. The Aztecs did a good job against Rowland in the post in the first meeting. They waited till she put the ball on the floor and then doubled her. And I think that time Meadow tried to beat the double team, go to work quickly, but shuffled her feet. And it is the 4th UNLV turnover. CJ Latta, number 4, checking in for San Diego State. Perimeter shooter, transfer from Utah State, another sophomore. Williams hesitates, now takes it in on Elohim. Nala Williams back-to-back baskets, giving the Aztecs the lead again, 14-12. We've already had 4 lead changes in the first quarter. That's the kind of game these two teams always seem to play. Nice pick and roll action. Tristan James trying to finish here at the rim. Good rebound by James, and the bucket. Nice effort by Tristan James, the freshman from Monroe, Louisiana. James got a lot of confidence in their win Saturday over Grand Canyon, pulled down a career-high 8 rebounds. And right there, went after her own miss. Muscled it in. Chance for a three-point play here for James, who averages about 2.5 points per game. Free throw, rebounded by Barnhart. We remain tied with 1:09 left in the first quarter. Nala Williams outside to Kennedy Lee. Barnhart's got some pretty good position in there and scores it. Bailey Barnhart got matched up against Jasmine Lott and took advantage of it. Good pass in there by Kennedy Lee. Rowland puts it on the floor. They wall up on her. They're going to make life as difficult as they can on Meadow Rowland. That's what good defensive teams have to try to do against Rowland. And usually she's good enough to overcome it anyway. Kennedy Lee, another three. Nope. Long rebound. Hauled down by Sydney Summers. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is just 1 second ahead of the game clock. Summers, like mentioned, can bury the three if you give her any room. Running the clock down here, still 12 to shoot. Summers waits, 9 to shoot. Bounce the ball out here to Lott. 4 seconds to shoot. Rolling on the baseline. Spinning. And the shot clock ran out. Excellent defense by the Aztecs. Still 7/10 of a second to go in the first quarter. So Bailey Barnhart will have to inbound it. And if you enjoyed the first quarter, sit back, settle in. So we're probably going to have 3 quarters more just like that. The end of one, San Diego State 16, UNLV 14. Chris Ello, glad you joined us for this big one tonight at Viejas Arena on the Mountain West Network.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camp Cravings.
There you go, buddy. Have fun.
This is not going to be pretty.
We're camping. What could possibly go wrong? No.
Ooh.
That did not go as planned.
It never does.
All right.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
So do you have a favorite bobcat?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, that's my jerky.
Aztec coaching staff over there talking to the kids after a good first quarter here. Stacey Terry Hudson in her 13th season. By the way, a win tonight would be number 200 in the career of Stacey Terry Hudson. Greg Gottlieb right there, Kelly Lewis, their backs to us. The assistant coaches, Justin Hudson, John Smith, Trinity Zamora, the student assistant. Amy Calloway is the director of operations, who actually worked at UNLV before coming here. Queenie Soriano is the athletic trainer. James Chasen, the strength coach, and our special assistant to the head coach, Gary Rado. That the group that has put together the 4th consecutive San Diego State team to win 20 games. Stacey Terry Hudson, as mentioned, going after that win number 200 tonight. She's not thinking about that, though. She's thinking about win number 21 this season, because if she gets it tonight, it would give her Aztecs a 3-game lead with only 4 to play. And UNLV, they know that their 4-year stretch of regular season championships is in jeopardy here tonight. And you know they're going to come out and try to keep that streak going. So we go with the second quarter. Shelby Brown into Alexander. We had 4 lead changes in the first quarter and 3 ties. Rowland gets free on the baseline and gets her own. That's what Meadow Rowland is so good at. She's so quick on the second jump, and she just beat everybody to that rebound. Meadow Rowland, 5 points for her. She's tied the game again at 16. Nala Williams, hands off. Panganiban rising. Rebound, Shelby Brown. Brown's a pretty good rebounder herself. Had 21 in a game this year against Utah State, did Shelby. Jasmine Lott, rebounded by Barnhart. Ahead to Panganiban, the defenders are back. CJ Latta is the trailer. Barnhart, sit over to Nala Williams against Alexander. Kennedy Lee again for 3. This one's in. She missed the first 2, but Kennedy Lee has a lot of confidence in that 3-point shot. She shoots it at 34%. 4-3 of the game for the Aztecs. They lead by 3. Destiny Leo around a pick. Brown inside again. They wait till she puts it on the floor. Boy, that's a hell of a shot right there by Shelby Brown. She put that ball on the floor, and then again the double team came, but Shelby Brown just found her way through that somehow and got that ball, muscled it up to the rim and in. 19-18. Minute and a half gone in the second. Panganiban looking to get in there. Cut off. Thought she was fouled. Lott brings it back. On the wing to Leo. Quick trigger 3 for her. Nope. Meadow Rowland again. Knocked away by Panganiban, though. Williams brings it back. Over to Panganiban. Across to Barnhart. Open look for 3. Off the mark. Tipped out. Panganiban rescues it and scores. Panganiban, and she got fouled. Naomi did a good job of anticipating where that ball was going to be tipped out to on the rebound and went to get it before anybody could get there. Watch the ball get tipped out, and number 24 just right on the spot. And they get the foul as well on Meadow Rowland. Chance for a three-point play for Panganiban. Pretty much was automatic at the free throw line all season until the last week. She put in that one, and the Aztecs are back to a 4-point lead here, 22-18. Early second quarter, Destiny Leo. Rowland against Barnhart. Good defense. Outside to Leo. Panganiban came away with it and was able to get it free to Kennedy Lee. Barnhart on the attack against Rowland. Boy, that's a tough one for Barnhart. These inside players, post players, both teams working hard to score. Saw Shelby Brown get a tough one a minute ago, and that time Barnhart. 24-18, quick trigger by Elohim, and that is what a 40% three-point shooter looks like. Mariah Elohim from Westlake, California, bearing it. Second 3 put in by the Rebels. Cuts the lead in half. Barnhart on the baseline. Kennedy Lee's short jumper. Rebounded by Rowland. Meadow Rowland gets it up to Aaliyah Alexander. Alexander directing some traffic. Now attacking and got the foul. I'll tell you what, Aaliyah Alexander, Panganiban's an okay defender, but she is not the same defender as is Nala Williams. And that time, Alexander looked up and said, wow, I don't have Nala Williams on me this time. I'm going to go to the rim. Smart play by Alexander. Panganiban picks up her first foul. And Aaliyah Alexander, grad student, Federal Way, Washington. Started her career at Eastern Washington. Very good free throw shooter at 82%. The Aztecs a moment ago had their largest lead of the game at 6 points, but UNLV has come right back here. And this Alexander free throw could cut it to 1. 24-23, 6:46, second quarter. Crisello from Viejas Arena, Aztecs Rebels, renewing this intense and competitive rivalry. Nat Martinez trying to get away from Elohim, and I think she was trying to get a foul too. Chuck Gonzalez, the official down there, I don't blame him. He wasn't buying that. That would have been a bailout call had he given the whistle. Instead, out of bounds to the Aztecs. Kennedy Lee a little more outside than normal, left it short. Matt Martinez. Nala Williams tries for 3. Aztecs are jacking up the threes here tonight. They're 4 of 14, 28%, a little bit below their season average in percentage. And on the alternating possession here, it'll go back to San Diego State. The Aztecs, the three-pointer's been a big part of their game, no question. All year, they average about 8.5 per game to lead the conference, but they don't have to take 35 or 40 of them to get that many to go in. 6 minutes left in the second. Foul, going to be Jasmine Lott trying to fight through a screen. Second team foul on the Rebels. First on Jasmine Lott. Nala Williams. Alyssa Jackson has been really good off the Aztec bench this year. Nala Williams, Division II Player of the Year last year at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Alyssa Jackson able to get it back, but there's some tall players in there, so she gets it out to Latta. Again, the Aztecs as a team, off the mark a little here. 4 out of 15 now from the arc. UNLV has scored the last 5 points. They can get the lead on this trip. Elohim swings over here to Alexander, steps behind the screen and hits another 3. The second one of the game for Aaliyah Alexander. And it's an 8-0 run for the Rebels. Gone from 6 behind to 2 ahead. Midway through the second. CJ Latta. Aztecs doing a lot of ball handling out on the perimeter, not near the basket. Alyssa Jackson going to get a charge here. Good defense. Charge taken by Tristan James. And right now, I get the sense the UNLV defense is frustrating San Diego State. They're settling for a lot of threes because they're not able to get to the rim. Timeout, 4:54 to go in the second. UNLV an 8-0 run, and the Rebels lead by 2 here in San Diego.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Finest city, and the 2 finest teams this year anyway in the Mountain West Conference. Colorado State. Boise State might have something to say about that by the time it's all over, but right now these are the top 2, and UNLV is on top of San Diego State. Look at the shooting percentages so far, and looking at that, you would think UNLV is way ahead. UNLV shot 50% and 60% from 3. The Aztecs are 29% and 28% from 3. But it's only a 2-point game, although UNLV is in the midst of an 8-0 run. And it's UNLV ball, and nobody picked up Summers. Boy, the Aztecs dodged a bullet there. They left a great 3-point shooter wide open. Onganiban. Over to Nat Williams, trying to get some freedom against Summers. Across to Nala Williams. Nala into the paint, outside for Kennedy Lee. Another 3, that's good. I just don't know that the Aztecs can live on all 3s tonight. We'll see, they're 5 of 16 now, and they lead by 1. But right now, those are the only open looks the Aztecs are getting. Roland hands off to Alexander. Meadow on the pull-up. Weak side rebound, Kennedy Lee. Head to Nala Williams. See if the Aztecs can explore something inside. They have the lead, but we're going to see if that 3-point shooting is going to hold up. Nat Martinez trying to reverse, at least getting into the teeth of that defense, but it's tough to finish in there against all these tall defenders. Meadow Roland brings it back. Roland again on the drive against Jackson. Alexander coming out of the corner. Aaliyah Alexander having a game, 10 points for her. She had 18 in the first meeting. And Alexander's given UNLV the lead back, 28-27. That's 7 lead changes already in this game. 3:20 to go in the second. Alyssa Jackson one-on-one in the post. The Aztecs need to get some of those. UNLV doesn't want to double down because of the threat of the 3. Alexander again. Aaliyah Alexander on fire here displaying all of her skills. 3-point shots, driving to the rim. She's 4 of 5 with 12 points. 30-27. UNLV again. This is their largest lead, 3 points. Panganiban off the mark. Only one shot attempt for San Diego State. Rowland clears the rebound. Summers, a wild shot. Offensive rebound, and Tristan James couldn't finish inside. Martinez lost it. Aztecs wanted a foul. Alexander goes the distance, and a foul at the other end. Aaliyah Alexander continuing on the attack. Stacey Terry Hudson won a foul at the other end when Martinez lost it, but that's where the Aztecs wanted a call. But if you don't get it, you can't stand around. And Alexander took off for the other end, and she's got a chance for a 3-point play. UNLV can, from 6 down here in this quarter, can now go up by 6. Alexander already with 14 points, more than her season average of 10, and now she's got 15, and UNLV is on a roll. They have outscored San Diego State here 15-3, and it's the Rebels by 6. 2:15 to go, and Barnhart was not looking, and that ball went right out of bounds. Unforced turnover. San Diego State, 6th of the game. Kaylin Hamilton back in there to try and maybe give the Aztecs a lift. Right now, though, who's going to stop Aaliyah Alexander? Shelby Brown makes a good catch on the pick and roll, but stepped out. Well, I tell you who's going to stop Aaliyah Alexander right now, Lindy LaRocca. She just took her out of the game for a rest. Panganiban in the front court. Constantinidu back to Naomi. A deep 3. That's about all the Aztecs are getting right now. They're hitting some of them, 6 of them in all, and it's only a 3-point game. Panganiban's second 3 of the game. Jasmine Lott. Pick and roll. Rowland has an easy one. Well executed by UNLV. Meadow Rowland, the pick and the roll to the basket. That's just good old time and well executed basketball. Martinez on the jumper. A 3 for Nat Martinez, her second. 7 threes for San Diego State, keeping them attached here. Rowland, another strong drive. Lott. Rebounded by Barnhart. Ahead to Kaylin Hamilton to tie it. Beautiful pass by Nat Martinez. The Aztecs come right back, and this crowd is rocking a little bit here in Viejas. A minute to go in the first half, and Hamilton, a little bit too aggressive, gets the reach-in foul. Aaliyah Alexander didn't stay out long. I think it was coincidence that she went out, and the Aztecs immediately went on a 8-2 run to tie the game. Alexander has been almost unstoppable here. We'll see if they go back to her. 48 seconds to go in the half. Tie game. Jasmine Lott bulls her way in. Constantinidu got the jump ball. All right. Block shot. And crowd booing because the possession arrow belongs to the Rebels. Good defense by Constantinidu, though. Did not give any ground. Here's Meadow Rowland. Shelby Brown. Now Alexander. Summers coming off the screen. Shelby Brown, the rebound. Shot clock, 10 ahead of the game clock now. Summers tries from the free throw line this time. Panganiban snatches it and then gets, wow. Naomi went down very hard. It's a jump ball. Possession Aztecs. And you can't fault Jasmine Lott there. She's just trying to pull that ball free, but you hate to see anybody go down that hard. Looks like Naomi's okay. 18 seconds to go in the first half. Aztecs can get the final possession here. This is not something the Aztecs are normally very good at, converting at the end of a quarter. They got 8 seconds to do something this time. 4 seconds. They call a foul on Alexander, and UNLV did have a foul to give. The Aztecs will have to take it back out with 3.9 to go. I don't know if that's a bad play, but it is the second foul on Alexander. I don't know if you want to use a foul on her. Either way, Aztecs have to take it out. They got 3.9 to get a shot up. Panganiban with the scoop. Yes, and the foul. Beautiful shot by Naomi Panganiban. The foul is on Jasmine Lott. She's got a great left hand, and we've seen this all year. The offhand layup from Panganiban. She broke her arm when she was little, she says, and spent all that time working on her left hand. Came in handy right there. 3-point play. And despite a big 15-3 run by UNLV in the middle of that quarter, the Aztecs actually outscored UNLV in the second 22-21. Halftime. 38-35. How good has it been? 8 lead changes, 5 ties. And that's just the first half. Back to San Diego in a moment on the Mountain West Network.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
This is San Diego State University, where every possibility shines with Southern California life. And the ideas that drive you will come to light. You'll join a vibrant community cheering for the spirit of play, with world-class academic programs that help you meet the future where it's going, in a setting that will spark your imagination. Dare to discover the unknown.
Viejas Arena on the campus of San Diego State University. That's Steve Fisher Court you're looking at. The legendary coach of the Aztecs, who was here last night to watch Brian Dutcher, and the Aztecs lost that one to Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon has been the San Diego State bugaboo this year. They swept the Aztecs on the men's side, Grand Canyon did. Grand Canyon is also the only team to beat the Aztecs women so far in conference play, although UNLV is certainly efforting to do that here tonight. 38-35, we had 8 lead changes, 5 ties. Largest lead was 6 points. Both teams had 6-point leads in that second quarter. UNLV went on a 15-3 run to lead by 6, but the Aztecs answered before halftime and able to turn it around, taking the lead on the 3-point play by Panganiban in the final second. Naomi Panganiban leading the Aztecs with 13 points in the first half. She hit a couple of threes. Bailey Barnhart had 7. Nat Martinez hit a couple of threes as well, and she had 6. Kennedy Lee also hit 2 threes, and she had 6. The Aztecs really relying on the 3-point shot. They were 7 of 17 from distance. UNLV, very effective from the arc, 3 of 7. But they're able to do a little bit more scoring around the basket, and nobody more so than Aaliyah Alexander. What a first half she had. 5 of 6, a couple of threes, 3 free throws, 15 points for Alexander, the graduate student from Federal Way, Washington. Meadow Rowland had her usual big first half, 7 points and 8 rebounds for Rowland. Mariah Elohim put in 5, including a three-pointer for UNLV. Overall, San Diego State shot 40% in the second quarter, but only 36% in the first half. But the Aztecs, as mentioned, staying in the game from the arc, 7-17. The Aztecs also out-rebounded UNLV 23-20. The Rebels shot 45%, 3 of 7 from distance. And UNLV had 9 turnovers. The Aztecs had 6 in that first half. So we will all take a little break here, catch our breath, and see where we go from here with the second half of the 75th meeting all-time between San Diego State and UNLV in women's basketball. 38-35 Aztecs at the half. Stick around, second half isn't far away on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Old Trapper beats. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim is the only thing like it in the world.
Old Trapper beefs. Camp cravings.
There you go, buddy. Have fun.
This is not going to be pretty.
We're camping. What could possibly go wrong? No.
Ooh.
That did not go as planned.
It never does.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
So do you have a favorite Bobcat?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, that's my jerky.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
This is San Diego State University, where every possibility shines with Southern California life. And the ideas that drive you will come to light. You'll join a vibrant community cheering for the spirit of play, with world-class academic programs that help you meet the future where it's going, in a setting that will spark your imagination. Dare to discover the unknown.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks. It doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Old Trapper Beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
It's here. EA Sports College Football 26. Mountain West is in the game. Now it's your turn to call the plays, win the rivalries, own the moment. Your school, your squad, your chance to take the title. It's time to step up and make history with your favorite Mountain West team, where stars are born.
Old Trapper Beefs. Pack smash.
My peanut butter and jelly.
Ew.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess my ham and cheese didn't make it.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Now that's a great view.
Yep. Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
This is San Diego State University, where every possibility shines with Southern California life. And the ideas that drive you will come to light. You'll join a vibrant community cheering for the spirit of play, with world-class academic programs that help you meet the future where it's going, in a setting that will spark your imagination. Dare to discover the unknown.
Teams are back out on the floor. Second half isn't far off here. 38-35, San Diego State by 3 over UNLV. Second meeting of the year. Will there be a third? If there is, it would be the 4th straight year that these teams play 3 times. And last year, finally, the Aztecs got the better of the Rebs in the conference tournament semifinals. And we mentioned earlier, UNLV with Lindy LaRocque has been on just an incredible run. Last 4+ years, they've gone 73-7 in conference play. It's just an extraordinary. San Diego State lately has been on one of those heaters, though. The Aztecs have won 22 of their last 23 in conference under Stacey Terry Hudson, who tonight is looking for win number 200. Lindy LaRocque isn't far off of that. She's only in her 6th year, and LaRocque already has 145 wins against only 38 losses. That'll work. Thanks to our crew tonight, too. Andrew Carlson's our producer, and our director, Sean Scarborough. Brett Michael, our engineer, and the camera work, Andres Flores, Zach Savage, Olivia Vargo. Ben Pearson from the Aztecs Media Relations Department alongside here, making sure we got all the news and numbers for you. And Chris Ella, glad you joined us here for this this big ball game. 38-35, Alexander 15 to lead UNLV. Panganiban 13 to lead San Diego State. If you're looking at fouls, no real difficulty, although Jasmine Lott and Alexander have 2 each for the Rebs. And Nala Williams for San Diego State has 2 fouls. It'll be UNLV ball to start the 3rd quarter. And we'll see. If I was San Diego State, I would be just a tad concerned here, even though I'm leading, because the Aztecs, although they're 7 of 17 from the arc, they're only 7 of 22 inside the arc. They are having trouble scoring around the basket with UNLV's defense there. And look, if you end up hitting 15, 17 threes, you probably win, but it's hard to do that. And I just think Aztecs, to win this game, are going to have to find some offense in the paint. UNLV led 22-14 in paint points in the first half. So here we go. I already knew ahead of time that this was going to be a lot of fun, and neither team is disappointing. So here's UNLV with the first possession. Alexander matched up now with Nala Williams. Outside, a 3, put up and put in by Meadow Rowland. She hits 1 or 2 of those a game, and she's tied it at 38. 10 points for Meadow Rowland. Rowland on her way to yet another double-double here. Nat Martinez trying to send it out to Williams in the corner, tipped out by Lott. Mentioned the Aztecs 7 of 22 from inside the arc. Coming into the game, they're shooting, San Diego State, 49% on 2-pointers this year, almost 50%, but tonight they're below 33% on 2s. Barnhart surrounded. Another 3, Nat Martinez. Kennedy Lee able to keep it alive. Martinez. Barnhart finding Panganiban. Naomi harassed by Brown. Williams 3, no good. And again, the Aztecs got 2 shots, but both of them were from the arc. Can they win a game only from there? I don't think they can. Shelby Brown, strong move, rebounded by Nala Williams. Williams pushing. Gets it inside to Kennedy Lee. Williams recovers it. Panganiban sends it out. Martinez 3. Aztecs have tried 3 of them already in this half. They haven't made any. Aaliyah Alexander on the perimeter. They send it over to Jasmine Lott. Destiny Leo spinning into the lane, runs into Barnhart, and that's an offensive foul. Second one drawn today by Bailey Barnhart. San Diego State, you know, they talk about the offense. They're over 70 points a game, all the threes they hit. They don't talk enough about the Aztecs defense. It is as good as any team in this conference. And, you know, they're not 14-1 just shooting threes. They do a lot of other things really well. 2 minutes gone in the third. Nala Williams with a tough layup. Well defended by Jasmine Lott. Just better offense that time from Williams. Aztecs by 2. Alexander against Williams. Kicks it over to Leo. In the corner to Jasmine Lott. Shelby Brown going to work in the post, and a foul. Foul is on Barnhart. Shelby Brown from Memphis, Tennessee. Played most of her career at Akron, now a graduate student. And she's fit right in here with the Rebels. She's 3 times been Player of the Week this year. The only player who's done that more is her teammate, Meadow Rowland. Brown is a 69% free throw shooter. She averages 11 and 9.5, so almost averages a double-double. Students behind that basket trying to make it difficult. Brown hits 1 of 2. And the Aztecs lead 40-39. 2.5 gone by in the third quarter. Panganiban watched by Alexander. Naomi on the perimeter with Martinez. They swing it to Nala Williams. Lott right up on her. Barnhart open in the corner. A 3. Bailey Barnhart continuing to hit from the arc. Her second of the game. 43-39, the 8th made by San Diego State. Alexander trying to shake Nala Williams. Got a foul out of it. Third foul. Let's see, they called it on Panganiban. That's actually a little bit of a break. I thought it was going to be the third on Nala Williams, instead the second on Panganiban. Nala Williams does a really good defensive job, and did in the first meeting against Aaliyah Alexander. They didn't really have her on Alexander in the first half, the Aztecs, and they paid for it as Alexander scored 15 points. We'll see if Nala's on her throughout the second half. Right now, though, Alexander back to work at the free throw line. 82%er. Out of Federal Way, Washington, Eastern Washington. Preseason all-conference, Aaliyah Alexander. Again, that crowd behind that basket. Alexander sinks the second. 43-40. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. UNLV going a little zone here. Panganiban shoots over it. That's not very good offense right there. You can get that shot at the end of a shot clock. You should work for something better. Rowland lobbing under for Brown. Rebounded by Williams. They're allowing him to play down there a little bit. I don't have a problem with that. Kennedy Lee got inside, couldn't finish, got it on the second one. 5-point lead. Martinez able to break it up. Winds up in the lap of the courtside seats over there. Nat Martinez, you come to a game in the front row, you may get a visit from Nat Martinez. She hustles as well as anyone. Good hustle here by Kennedy Lee to stay with it. Alexander again against Nala Williams. Elohim's back in. Rowland on the jumper. Rebounded by Nala Williams. Williams is getting a lot of rebounds out there tonight. She's got 7 to go along with 6 points. Williams takes it in. Did not quite get the bounce. Good try. Good defense. Rowland changed the shot. Martinez knocked it away, but it came back to Meadow Rowland. Rowland, 12 points for her. Had 9 rebounds. 45-42. 5:27 for the third. Again, zone look for UNLV. Barnhart in the middle of that. Martinez takes it. Again, you're taking the 3 when you're open, but it's so early in the shot clock. To me, you got to explore more. Alexander tries to tie it. Rowland runs it down and banks it in. Meadow Rowland showing it tonight. 14 and 10 boards. And she's pulled UNLV within 1. The Aztecs are now 8 of 23 from the arc. Tried 6 of them here in the second half already. Onganiban, another one. Kennedy Lee, good work inside by Kennedy. Talked to Kennedy Lee a lot about bringing her lunch pail to work. She had it going that time, able to get that rebound and muscle it up against Shelby Brown. Timeout. 4:39 for the third. The Aztecs hang on to the lead, 47-44 from San Diego.
Has it. Few dribbles. Going to take a deep 3. It's on its
way, and it's gone. Oh!
Today's recruiting landscape is competitive. The NIL opportunities play a major role in attracting top talent and keeping them on campus. Investing in the SARF, the Student Athlete Recruitment and Retention Fund, isn't just about supporting our individual student athletes. It's about strengthening the program as a whole. When donors contribute to the SARF, they help create a level playing field where our program can recruit the players who fit our culture and retain the ones who represent us with pride. NIL support shows athletes that their hard work, character, and commitment are valued, which directly impacts the stability, performance, and our long-term success. The SARF is the only fund that directly supports women's basketball. Simply put, NIL gives us the ability to build a team that we can cheer for, now and for years to come.
Back in San Diego, midway in the third. If you're looking for a good sign and you're a San Diego State fan, there's this. The Aztecs have 3 players in double figures tonight. And when they get 3 or more in double figures, they're 13-0 this year, 34-2 the last 2 years. But those are just numbers, and I don't think UNLV knows about it or cares about it, frankly. Kennedy Lee going to try to complete a 3-point play here as we come out of the timeout. Lee from Louisville, Kentucky, 76% free throw shooter. 10.7 boards for her tonight. We're talking about Meadow Rowland's double-double. Kennedy Lee's putting up a big game as well. She's giving the Aztecs a 4-point lead. Largest lead, 6. Both teams had 6-point leads in the second quarter. Elohim gets it over to James. Elohim on a rare drive, rebounded by Constantinidou. Mariah does most of her shooting from the perimeter. Aztecs working it to Kaylin Hamilton. Handoff, Nala Williams. Again, Hamilton and Williams. Alyssa Jackson, and I tell you, you get inside against UNLV, that's one thing. You get the shot up, it's another. They have a lot of good interior defenders. Jackson ran into it that time. Meadow Rowland getting her eye worked on by her teammate Tristan James here. I don't know if something happened to an eyelash or I'm sure she's all right. Just trying to get it straightened away. She's not going anywhere. 4 seconds to shoot is all. Aztecs get it in. Did they know the clock? Kaylin Hamilton forcing the three. Rebounded by Rowland. 14 and 12 for Meadow Rowland tonight. Here comes Jasmine Lott. Tipped away, but it gets to Alexander. Into the post. Rowland can stand and Nidu. Going to get a foul, I'm pretty sure, as James had the inside position. Both teams have 2 fouls here in the third quarter. Another chance for UNLV. Elohim triggers it in to Alexander. Now Meadow Rowland. Rowland off the window and in. Nice shot. That's a big time play right there. Meadow Rowland's got 16 tonight. Had only 6 in the first meeting. She's come back with a vengeance here in San Diego. Nat Martinez got all the way in and finished. Martinez, the little one from San Leandro, playing big as always in a big game. 8 points for Martinez. Elohim against Nat Martinez. Got free for a 3. Constantinidu able to chase down the rebound. 4 of 10 for the Rebels from the arc. Nala Williams going to try another Aztec 3. That one's in. And just like that now, 7 points, the largest lead for either team tonight. Alexander on the drive. Constantinidu had it knocked out and last touched by the Aztecs. Nala Williams having just a sensational game. 9 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. That was her first hit from 3 tonight, Nala. And the other thing with Nala is always great defense. That's a given from her. I think she's the best on-ball defender in the league. Rowland is great, controlling the paint, block shots, rebounding, etc. But Nala on-ball coverage is sensational. Rebound, Alyssa Jackson, as UNLV had a couple chances there. 2:10 in the third. Constantinidu, a tough catch. Didn't finish. Rebounded by Shelby Brown. 2 minutes in the third. 53-46 is the largest lead of the night. Summers is back out there for the Rebels. Shelby Brown had it knocked away by Nala Williams, but it was a kickball. Meadow Rowland wasn't out very long, either was Kennedy Lee. They're both back. 20 seconds set on the shot clock after the kicking violation. Alexander trying to get it in. Alyssa Jackson was able to tip it away from Meadow Rowland. Took 1 second off the shot clock is all. 1:41 for the third. Rowland and Aaliyah Alexander, the two of them have both been tremendous tonight, both of them. But they're down 7 here. 5 to shoot. Alexander trying to shake free of Nala Williams. Got the hoop. Timeout. UNLV wants one here. Lindy LaRock wants to talk about it here. Down 5 with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Aaliyah Alexander, meanwhile, up to 18 points tonight. Alexander had a 31-point game earlier in her career. She had 18 in the first meeting against San Diego State. And Aaliyah Alexander proving that that absolutely was not a fluke, not that anybody thought it was. She's come right back with 18 more. Alexander's 31-point game came in 2024 at Northern Arizona. I think she was still with Eastern Washington then. Aztecs will be also home on Saturday for Fresno State, but nobody's thinking about that game right now. Fresno State is idle tonight. And, all you do is look at the standings. I mean, this game means everything. If San Diego State wins, they are 3 games ahead with 4 to play. It's pretty much all but said and done. But if UNLV wins, then these two teams are only separated by 1 game with 4 to play. And neither team would have the tiebreaker, and it would be up for grabs down the stretch. So, that's it. You either probably win the conference tonight, or you're in a dogfight right down to the final game. San Diego State leading it by 5. Late third quarter here. Chris Ello, glad you joined us tonight. Whenever these teams play, this is pretty much what we get. Really, some great individual performances tonight. And again, both teams are doing it against really good defense. So, here comes the Aztecs, late third with Nala Williams. Nat Martinez doesn't play against too many players that are shorter than her, but Summers is one of them. Barnhart off balance, couldn't finish, but it'll be 2 free throws for Bailey Barnhart. Barnhart has been really excellent. In her sophomore season, she and Panganiban and Martinez and Kaylin Hamilton all came in together last year as freshmen. Now all 4 are roommates. And they're the group that is really leading San Diego State. Barnhart's free throw is in. Her dad, Brooks, if you've been with us all season, you know it, but Brooks Barnhart, all conference in the West Coast Conference at USD back in the day. And Brooks' daughter hits 2 free throws to again put the Aztecs up by 7. Barnhart's got 12. Panganiban's got 13, but hasn't scored in the second half. Minute left in the third. Alexander going to be chased everywhere by Nala Williams. Elohim watched by the defense of Hamilton, which is always very tough. They get it to Shelby Brown. Summers. Roland, stolen by Panganiban. Wow. Jump ball, strange call, but the Aztecs do get the ball. I think the crowd here thought it was a little strange. Nobody was in agreement with it, but it doesn't matter. That's the call. And like I said, the Aztecs at least get the ball. Brian Woods was on that play. Chuck Gonzalez is coming over, and let's see if he's going to say. Think about, no. He's talking to somebody at the scorer's table. I think it's just about the shot clock. Panganiban, I'll be honest with you, she might have got away with a foul taking the ball away. But once she took it away, I think Meadow Rowland probably got away with a foul in trying to slow Naomi down. So, to me, kind of came out even in the end. Aztecs ball, shot clock, 6 ahead of the game clock, end of the third here. Panganiban against Alexander. Naomi trying to run it down. Shot clock down to 10. Panganiban has Kennedy Lee inside for Barnhart. Tough on the turnaround. Rebound, Shelby Brown. Out for Elohim at the end of the third. Forcing a 3 and hitting it. What a shot. Mariah Elohim, chucking it at the buzzer. So instead of a seemingly cozy 7-point lead, the Aztecs lead by only 4, and it'll be UNLV ball to start the fourth quarter. From San Diego, 55-51. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are on the Mountain West Network.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan. I'm their
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
Fourth quarter coming up here in the Ajas Arena. Crisello and San Diego State leading UNLV 55-51. Elohim getting the three. A heave at the end of the third quarter to give the Rebels some momentum heading into the fourth. The Aztecs have outscored them in all three quarters, but not by much. 16-14 in the first, 22-21 in the second, 17-16 in the third. So it's been that kind of night. And here we go with the fourth. First meeting of the year went to overtime. How will this one turn out tonight? Shelby Brown getting it into Alexander. Jasmine Lott. Alexander's hit a couple threes. Missed on that one, rebounded. Nala Williams ahead to Kaylin Hamilton. Nice fast break. Panganiban finishing. Elohim the other way. A couple of Aztec defenders fell, but they're able to get back. The lead is 6. A rare run-out bucket for the Aztecs. Alexander. Rebound knocked out by the Aztecs, they say. It'll stay with the Rebels. That was a great fast break, by the way. Hamilton finishing with the final pass to Panganiban, but the first pass set it up. Nala Williams ahead to Hamilton. Really well done. Meadow Rowland having a great game. Blocked by Barnhart. Beautiful defense by Bailey Barnhart. Panganiban again on the run. Hamilton cut off on the baseline. Kennedy Lee for three. Yeah! Kennedy Lee, her third of the game, and the lead is 9. 9:04, a long way to go. And that's out of bounds. I don't think the Aztecs touched that. I think Stacey Terry is going to have them look at that. They point UNLV ball, but I don't think Kaylin Hamilton touched it. She jumped for it, but I don't think she ever touched it. Officials may change the call, or there may be a review. Aztecs can challenge it if they wish, or the officials can just change it. They're going to review it. So we'll see. Stacey Terry Hudson had a very good look. She had the same look I did. I don't know that that matters. The point being, I think we both saw the same thing, and that was the ball clearing the outstretched hand of Hamilton and going out of bounds, which would give it back to the Aztecs. But they'll look. Full timeout. We'll step aside. Minute into the fourth. San Diego State by 9.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Old Trapper Beefs. Camp Cravings.
There you go, buddy. Have fun.
This is not going to be pretty.
We're camping. What could possibly go wrong? No.
Ooh.
That did not go as planned.
It never does.
All right.
Old Trapper. What's your beef?
So do you have a favorite bobcat?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, that's my jerky.
Chuck Gonzalez and Alicia Murray still checking out that replay on the challenge here by San Diego State. We're a minute into the fourth quarter. The 9-point lead right now is the largest of the game. San Diego State doing it from the arc. They're 10 for 27. Percentage isn't fantastic, but they keep making them. And like I said earlier, I didn't think they could win this game just from the arc. Second half, the Aztecs have been much better inside the arc. But the threes making a big difference here. Aztecs have made 10, as I mentioned. That's the 10th time this year they've been in double figures in threes. I think the last, 2-3 years combined, they only did it 9 times, or 8 times. So they've done it more this year than they did in the previous 3 years, going into double figures on threes. It's a long discussion for whether a ball went out of bounds or not off a hand. Like I said, I didn't think it touched Hamilton. They're going to call it jump ball, which is weird. I guess they can't decide. That's what the signal was. Chuck Gonzalez will announce it to the crowd. Well, it's not a jump ball. It's just UNLV gets to keep the ball. No conclusive evidence to overturn the call. The Aztecs are charged with a timeout because of that challenge. And we'll see if UNLV can take advantage of what I think is a break in their favor. Nine-point game, early fourth, long way. Aztecs led in the fourth quarter of the first game late, and UNLV came back to force overtime. So do not even think of going anywhere here. Alexander against Nala Williams. An open look for James, and she hits a three. What a big shot for the freshman, Tristan James. I think the Aztecs were more than willing to give her that. She made him pay for it. Foul at the other end as Kaylin Hamilton took it inside. And the foul was on Elohim. Tristan James averages 2 points a game. Freshman, doesn't shoot a whole bunch of threes. And they gave her the open look, and she buried a big one there to cut it to 6. Hamilton, free throw, is there. .77% for this sophomore from McKinney, Texas, right outside of Dallas. Her mom's a high school coach. Both free throws good, 62-54. Little pressure, light pressure from the Aztecs. Rowland trying to go downhill against Barnhart. Boy, that was a lot of ball. Foul on Barnhart. It was hard to tell. I mean, I'm way down at the other end. And not too much complaining, so she must have come across the arm. Rowland will go to the line. Rowland, 1 for 2 tonight. Meadow Rowland has 17 points and 11 rebounds. It's her 11th double-double of the year. Both free throws in by the sophomore from Fresno. Boy, there's some really good sophomores playing in this game. On both sides, 62-56, 8:20, a long way to go. Panganiban around the screen of Barnhart. And Bailey was fouled. Tristan James, a little shove in the back. Second team foul on the Rebels. Ball out of bounds to the Aztecs. Panganiban, again, UNLV goes 2-3 zone, and it's worked so far. The Aztecs have been chucking up some ill-advised threes against this zone. 10 to shoot. Kennedy Lee in the middle of the zone. Hamilton able to get it back with only 2 to shoot. Nala Williams. Kennedy Lee pried it free. What a play by Kennedy Lee. That's a lot of want to. Great effort by Kennedy Lee to get that offensive putback. 64-56. Elohim working on Panganiban. Again, Tristan James, but she couldn't finish. And again, Kennedy Lee, give her a double-double. 16 and 10 for Lee. Her second double-double of the year. She's having a fantastic night. The lunch pail, she brought it this evening. Panganiban on the drive. Good try, but couldn't quite get the finish. Alexander the other way. May have got away with a travel. Nope, she didn't get away with a travel. Everybody called it, and then the refs agreed. Turnovers. 12 UNLV, only 6 San Diego State. Look at this effort by Kennedy Lee. And again, she's doing it against 2 of the best rebounders in the league, Shelby Brown and Meadow Rowland. They're not just giving you rebounds down there. Kennedy Lee is taking them. 3 minutes gone in the fourth. Martinez bounces to Panganiban. Naomi's been quiet in the second half. The jumper is there. Panganiban hits from the corner of the key. She's got 17. The lead is 10. First double-digit lead tonight. 6:39 to go. 3, Elohim left it short. Aztecs gonna run a little clock. It's okay to run clock, but not with 7 minutes to go. Don't want to be forcing shots at the buzzer every time. Martinez finds Williams. Still 12 to shoot. Panganiban, a pull-up, got hit. Naomi working her way in and getting to the line. Fouls on Elohim. Panganiban is a serious competitor, and I don't think people really can see that necessarily unless you're out watching her play night after night. This kid has a lot of heart, and she is motivated against UNLV probably more than any other squad. Nothing UNLV does, but Meadow Rowland got the freshman of the year last year over Panganiban. Not saying the choice was wrong. Panganiban uses it, though, for motivation. She thinks she's the better player. 18 for her. 67-56. 4 minutes gone in the fourth. Alexander, Destiny Leo back in there to try and provide something. Aztecs extending this defense now. Rowland against Barnhart. Doubled, beautiful pass, over from the weak side. Panganiban blocked it. What a play by Panganiban against Destiny Brown, who is 6'4". Just checked into the game. Panganiban from behind blocked her shot. That's a big play, especially if the Aztecs convert. Martinez fouled by Leo, and I think that's all Nat had in mind there. Get to the line. Again, no disrespect meant at all by Panganiban to Meadow Rowland. She thinks Meadow Rowland's a great player, but Panganiban thinks she is too, and there's nothing wrong with that. And she gets hyped to play the Rebels. Nala Williams. Rebound by Meadow Rowland. What a night she's having. On the drive. Lot. And I'll tell you what, Kennedy Lee just walled up down there. Great defense by Lee. UNLV not able to hit here in the fourth quarter. They're just 1 of 9. Williams left alone, hits the little jumper. It's up to a 13-point lead here. UNLV got to start thinking they got to get back in there in a hurry. They're running out of time. The Aztecs are winning this game at this end of the floor. Their defense is superior right now. Rowland trying to do something against Barnhart. They tied her up, and it goes back to the Aztecs. The Aztecs, it was the last home game, right, against Colorado State, where they just shut them down in the fourth quarter. Only gave them 2 buckets, I think, or 3. And tonight, Stacey Terry Hudson's team's only allowed 1 field goal in the fourth. The Aztecs lead by 13. Don't go anywhere, though. UNLV is not going to give up the crown easily. On the Mountain West Network.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Knocked around and grabbed by Nala Williams. 2:35 to go. If this holds, and I think it's going to, it'll only be UNLV's 8th conference loss in 81 games. And 4 of those will be at the hands of this Aztec team. Alexander got fouled on the drive, only the 2nd team foul. No free throws here with 2:19 left. Aztecs are trying to beat UNLV for the 4th time in the last 5. I'm telling you what, that is not easy to do against this team. UNLV had beaten the Aztecs 10 in a row prior to that. Constantinidu, Alyssa Jackson checking in. Stacey Terry closing in on win number 200. But she's not stopping coaching. She's seen what UNLV can do. Although I don't know, this would be something Herculean here in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Lott hits back-to-back jumpers. LaRock takes timeout. 74-60, still 2:11 left. You can't celebrate too early. I'll tell you what, the crowd has been great tonight. And the crowds have been growing here. And they should be growing. This team has been just tremendous all year. And the people around this campus and around this this university are starting to take notice. There's a lot more students here tonight than usual. I know the football team came out tonight, or many of them did. Sean Lewis was here last week. And he said, hey, I'm going to bring everybody back next week. The crowds have been great. The atmosphere is great, just like it is in Las Vegas, where the conference tournament will take place starting March 7th. Although the Aztecs will have a bye in the first round, as will UNLV, I would think. So both of these schools won't play till March the 8th, and who knows, when it's championship night on March 10th, don't be surprised if you see these two teams go at it again. (74-60), 2:11 on the clock. UNLV full court pressure. They obviously need a bunch of steals. They are out of fouls. So they need some steals, they need some turnovers, they need some missed free throws. Trap against Williams. Panganiban able to bring it up. They should trap her there. They did it. Right across that timeline is a very good place for a trap, but the Rebels going to play it straight up here and allow Panganiban to run the clock. Naomi with 10 to shoot. Takes a look. Going to go to work here with 7. Crossover, step through, bucket. Beautiful. Panganiban with 20. She's put up 20 in both games against UNLV this year. Panganiban is a big game player. Meadow Rowland. I think Barnhart got a piece of it. Shelby Brown cleaned it up. Timeout, UNLV. I think that's their last. Well, no, they have one more after this, I believe. Yeah, one left. 76-62. I'll be honest with you, a little higher scoring game than I expected. I didn't think the Aztecs or either team would be approaching 80. But the Aztecs have 11 threes, and you look at the second half, San Diego State has shot 43% overall after they were 29% in the first half. But the winning formula for the Aztecs has been at the defensive end. They gave UNLV only one basket the first 6-7 minutes of the fourth quarter, and that's when they opened up the lead. Martinez, Barnhart, Hamilton, all working it out of the backcourt. UNLV, not much aggressiveness on the trap. The Rebels seem resigned to let the Aztecs run it out here. Nala Williams with 10 to shoot. Gets a screen, shoots the jumper. Yep. 13 and 11 for Nala Williams. Another double-double, her second of the year. She and Kennedy Lee have both turned in double-doubles. And, you know, really, we always have the star of the game on after the game. Ben Pearson may have to bring them all over. They've all had something to do with this one. Crowd rising. The Aztecs should just run it out. No need to take a shot. 25 seconds. Just give them the ball back. No need to shoot here. 6 seconds. Barnhart, not listening to me, scores. The Aztecs outscore them 25-11 in the fourth quarter. Did not see that coming. Final score, San Diego State 80, UNLV 62. And the Aztecs are closing in on their regular season championship. And I watched Lindy LaRocque at the end of that, and she did what I would expect a competitor to do. She watched the Aztecs celebrate that moment, filed it away, because Lindy LaRocque knows she may get another shot in the conference tournament. But tonight it belongs to the Aztecs. They pull away and win it 80-62. 5 players in double figures. Panganiban with 20. Kennedy Lee 16 plus 10. Barnhart 14 plus 8. Nala Williams 13 plus 11. Nat Martinez 13. Back with our star of the game, Ben Pearson's got his work cut out for him to select that. And before we go, let's make sure everybody understands that's win number 200 for Coach Stacey Terry Hudson. I know there's no team she'd rather earn it against. We're back to San Diego on the Mountain West Network. I'm not going to give them anything.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
This is San Diego State University, where every possibility shines with Southern California life. And the ideas that drive you will come to light. You'll join a vibrant community cheering for the spirit of play, with world-class academic programs that help you meet the future where it's going, in a setting that will spark your imagination. Dare to discover the unknown.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
Is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Back in San Diego, that final score is surprising to me, and I think a lot of people. And it's not indicative of this game. This game was, I mean, nip and tuck, back and forth, tight all the way. 4-point game going to the fourth quarter, and then San Diego State was able to get it done on the defensive end. They held UNLV to 1 of 11 shooting to open the fourth quarter, and while that was happening, the Aztecs were building the lead, a lead that they would hold on to down the stretch. They win it here 80-62. San Diego State improves to 21-4, 15-1 in the conference, and they have a 3-game lead now over second place UNLV with only 4 games to play. The Rebels are 17-9, 12-4 in the conference. Stacey Terry Hudson, congrats to her. Win number 200 in her career. A milestone achievement that she probably doesn't want me to be talking too much about. She wants to focus on her kids. They've done the job all season, but there's a lot of work still to be done. Remember, the Mountain West Conference, no matter what we see all the time, they think it's a one-bid league, and so you got to win the conference tournament in the end, and that's still down the road. Miss Naomi is going to join us here a little bit afterwards.
Hello, Chris.
Hello. You know, we only had one chair, so we could only have you over. I thought everybody should almost come over tonight because everyone had a hand in that. Don't you think?
I'm telling you, we have so many weapons. Like, I mean, I still got to take some breaths from that game, but adrenaline's still high. But that was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you had the game all throughout, but, I mean, Nala did it at all. Bailey down there, Nat, who's just crazy with some of those shots. and I can't leave out Kennedy Lee, who's battling both Meadow Rowland and Shelby Brown. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
And you guys know how good this team is, UNLV, but right now you guys don't want to be denied, and that's, I think, what happened here at the end.
Yeah.
Defensively, anything you talked about before the fourth quarter to do change? Because you stopped them in the fourth quarter. That's what helped you build the lead. Anything at all? Or?
Just having each other's backs, really. You know, they're really lethal down in the post. Their right-hand drives are crazy. So just having each other's backs, you know, really just giving it our all and trying to force them to do something else.
I thought in the first half you guys were a little three-happy. I don't know, did you talk about that at halftime at all, about trying to explore a little bit more inside, or, you know, just, I mean, the three worked in the end, but I just wonder if you guys talked at all about it.
No, we didn't really talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can shoot on our team, so it's just a matter of if it's going to go in or not. So Coach was just saying, keep shooting, we're getting good shots, so.
All right, you mentioned Coach. This one's got to be for her, huh? Yeah, I hope there's a game ball with her name on it. 200 wins for your coach, Stacey Terry Hudson. She didn't even tell you guys that, did she?
No.
I didn't think she would, because she wants to focus on you guys. But I hope you'll go back and everyone will congratulate her tonight.
Yeah, for
200's pretty good. All right, so you got 2 weeks to go. How do you guys keep your edge, you know, going forward now?
Really just sticking to what we do. The coaches like to say, keep the main thing, and I think that really sticks with me because, you know, all the outside noise, everything, but if we just stick to our circle, and we'll be all right.
Another block shot tonight, by the way, against somebody who's 6'4". I just want to tell you, I knew you'd like that.
I saw that one coming, and then I was like, I better block this. This better not be a foul.
I'm going to get that one. All right, Naomi, congrats.
Thank you. Thanks,
Go
guys.
Congratulate the coach for us down there.
I got you. Appreciate
All right. Naomi Panganiban with another big one tonight. 20 points for the second time this year against UNLV. She brings it in the big games, and that's why she's all conference preseason. And by my way of thinking, you know, I don't get to choose this stuff, but Naomi's got to be on the all-conference team at the end of it. I think Nala Williams deserves a spot on that too. But and I think, you know, I've said it before, I think Kaylin Hamilton ought to be the sixth player, but the Aztecs don't care about any of that. I can talk about it. All they care about is, you know, walking out of Las Vegas at the end with the trophy like they did last year. And they took a big step toward that tonight. All right, let's recap some of this one. It was just tight all the way. The Aztecs got an early 6-point lead early in the second. UNLV went on a 15-3 run, and they went up by 6 in the second. But San Diego State closed 11-2 to end the first half ahead, 38-35. The third quarter, nothing between them. Both teams back and forth. The lead grew only to 4 for San Diego State. Elohim, by the way, hit a really crazy three-point shot to end the third quarter, cut it to 4. Thought maybe that would give UNLV some momentum into that fourth quarter, but the San Diego State defense said no. And they held UNLV to 1 of 11 to open the fourth quarter, and that was really the key moment in this game. The Aztecs were able to get some offense down there and pull away, and then take it from there, and end up outscoring them 25-11 in the fourth quarter. And I did not see that coming. I don't think anyone who watched this whole game did, but that's how it turned out tonight. San Diego State shot 41%, 34 from the 3. They were 11 of 32. UNLV shot 37%, but only 30% in the second half. And the Rebels were 6 for 17 from the arc. Free throws weren't a big factor tonight. UNLV 8 of 12, San Diego State 9 of 11. Rebounds +6 for San Diego State. Kennedy Lee, just a force down there with 10 boards and doing it against Meadow Rowland and Shelby Brown. Like I said, those two aren't just giving you rebounds. Kennedy Lee did a great job battling underneath. And the turnovers, UNLV had more than they would like, 13. The Aztecs had only 6 turnovers. That's very, very good against a team of UNLV's caliber. Individually, for the Rebels, Aaliyah Alexander for the second straight game against San Diego State at 18. And Meadow Rowland showed why she's probably going to be the player of the year this year. Another double-double for her, 18 points and 15 rebounds. For San Diego State, they put 5 in double figures. Panganiban led it with 20. You had 16 plus 10 boards for Kennedy Lee, 14 and 8 boards for Bailey Barnhart. Nala Williams also had a double-double, 13 and 11 rebounds. She also had 5 assists, and her defense is always there. And Nat Martinez came up with a couple of crushers from the arc in the fourth quarter and finished with 13 as well. Off the bench, the Aztecs got 4 points from Kaylin Hamilton, and that's it. There wasn't a whole lot on the bench tonight. The starters carried the day. Want to thank our crack crew out there tonight. They were on point all night. They did a great job. We appreciate them. Andrew Carlson is our producer. He puts it all together. Sean Scarborough directs it. Brett Michael engineers it. And our camera crew, Andres Flores, Zach Savage, Olivia Vargo. They give us all the pictures. And Ben Pearson gives me all the info. And then I just pass it all along to you all. Thanks for joining us tonight. Saturday, Aztecs back home. Fresno State will be here at 1 o'clock. And San Diego State, like I said, now a 3-game lead with 4 to play. The regular season championship, probably for the first time in 5 years, is going to change hands. Final score, San Diego State 80, UNLV 62. Now Chris Sello bidding you a pleasant good evening from Viejas Arena on the campus of San Diego State. We'll see you Saturday at 1 o'clock when the Aztecs take on Fresno State right here on the Mountain West Network. So long, everyone. Good job, guys.